Hey guys, it's Rob. 476 days until I turn 30. You may hear a little bit of a pitter-patter of rain going on outside. The roof of my complex dumps some rain. I don't know for what reason, kind of near my apartment, so it's doing that thing. Thank you to those of you who, after the last episode, helped me kind of pull out of my spiral of despair and self-doubt and self-loathing. You helped a lot. It really kind of got me back in the right mindset to take on things over the weekend, which I did fairly well. So let's talk about the check-in. The weight is swinging back toward its original low point after a couple weeks, way outside the norm. So back down 3.8 pounds, and that's a matter of rubber banding. If you know, I can balloon up very quickly, and then it's not necessarily all become fat, but maybe water retention or this, that, or the other. So now it's bouncing back toward where it had gotten to, which is nice, which is cool. I actually bought a pair of pants that have a 38 waist, and I started this diet at a 44 waist. It was just a pair of pants from Goodwill, but it felt really good to put those on, and I've been wearing all this baggy clothing, you know, from my heavier days until recently, and then I just got those pants, and it was really really fun to wear something that actually fit the way it should. The short story that I was working on as of last week is on hold for the moment because I've gotten back feedback from both of my beta readers on the young adult novel, which means I am now in the midst of processing that beta feedback. By processing, I mean taking it, plucking it out of the story where they may have made it in the margins or right within the text and highlighting and all that good stuff. Putting it in order so I can see it all on the same page, and then after that comes consolidating it into something meaningful that I can articulate into goals, into things I will actually concretely do to the story to make it better based on that feedback. So both of my beta readers have now responded, and so I've got all that work cut out for me. And then last but not least, the Wordhaus short story, which over the weekend I finally did get done editing, reduced the word count by roughly 1%, but got it about how I wanted it and submitted it, and I've been told that sometime in March it will be posted on the website for all to see, so happy day there. But yeah, beta feedback on the book gave me a bit of an unexpected reaction. I actually started looking at that feedback and consolidating it and reading it over and digesting it, and I actually found myself getting a little physically nauseous, which was weird because I handed the story out so readily for feedback. You know, I didn't have any hesitation as far as putting it in other people's hands to be read, and I didn't expect I would have that reaction. You know, as I was working on consolidating all the information that they'd given me, suddenly I was like, ooh, I'm antsy and my stomach's churning a little bit, and that response was a surprise to me. I've always thought of myself as a person who can take and understand criticism well and use it constructively, and I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to consolidate it in such a way that I can apply it and everything. But it was weird for me to read it and have that physical reaction to it. It's something I didn't expect of myself, and something new that I've learned about myself in trying to write professionally and trying to, you know, make this a marketable thing. I don't know whether that's based on the stress and like knowing the stakes of making this book good and seeing it, you know, post-draft being in a not-so-great condition, or what. But it was wild, and I need to get over it. I need to. I just need to keep plowing forward and making constructive adjustments on the story with that feedback. And I know everybody, like, I guess the big thing I didn't suspect was that the degree to which I'd be like, my writing is my baby. Oh, like, you're trying to change my baby. You're trying to make it something other than what I created. I'm an artist, doggone it. Oh, I put these words in order, and it's art. It's subjective, and uh, I don't know if that's really my rationale for it, but I logically, I'm looking at it with a clear head, but for some reason I've still got that physical reaction cooking. But looking at the feedback I got, I fully intend to change the vast majority of the things that have been suggested to me based on what I've read so far. So that's super cool. On the point of kind of coming out of the last couple weeks of being on a downward slant, one of the people who uplifted me and who helped me was my college friend Justin Pott, who actually replied to me via video. And originally he kept that video listed as private, but I asked him if it would be okay for me to share it and link it and point you in the direction, because I think he gives some advice that if you're struggling and getting down on yourself for failing, could be useful to you as well. And so with his permission, I'll be making that resource available down in the comments if you want to click that link and see what he had to say. It was really constructive and really gave me a good perspective on why you can't expect yourself to just double the work after you've gone through a bad stint of not getting enough done. So absolutely check that video link out. Also check out the link that I will have below to the podcast that he hosts, Technophilia, a podcast about tech issues and what's going on with technology in the news today. Yeah, it's good stuff. Do give it a listen. That's all from me for now. The road ahead is continuing to consolidate that beta feedback, and then it's like getting data from a lab experiment. You look at the data and then you get meaning out of it, whether it's conjecture or measurable fact. So it's all about right now taking that data and turning it into something meaningful, so that I can have marching orders for what to change in the story. It looks like the story is going to get bigger. Some things are not adequately addressed, or some are not addressed at all, and they need to be. And another way in which my perspective on the issue is improving is my first reaction to, oh man, I'm going to need to add more scenes, was reluctance. But then I realized, wait a minute, I'm being given free drama from this feedback. That basically they're saying, my readers are saying, look, this scene would be dramatic. We want to see it explained. It would be exciting. I get to increase my word count and my page count and create a more detailed and engaging product. And I've been given that guidance. I don't have to create the scenes that increase that page count and that word count from scratch. So it's like free content. You're being guided toward addressing exciting issues. So with that change of perspective, I'm excited to finally get writing once this feedback processing dealie is done. That's all from me for now. Thank you guys again so much. I feel like I'm back on the upswing. I've probably been smiling a lot more on camera this episode alone. Feels good. Feels good to be back on the wagon, feeling like I can get some more things done and not getting all hopeless and despondent. Because that's out of character for me. I don't like it. I like being happy. Happy on camera and off. So, that's enough out of me. It is Monday right now, so I will see you guys Thursday. Until then, have a great week. Have fun. I'll see you later.